morning. So today I wanted to talk about discipline. We're going to do a deep dive into discipline. And I wanted to show you the art of discipline, the way that I practice it. I want to get something real clear right now. Disciplines are not habits. Habits might be part of a discipline, but disciplines are different than habits. They're kind of cousins, I guess. But habits are little things that eventually you do them and they just become inroad. Like drink enough water, brush your teeth. These things become easier with time, and then eventually it's just like taking a shower, brushing your teeth, whatever. You're not thinking about it. Disciplines, for me, are things that I don't necessarily always want to do. They don't necessarily get any easier. It's not necessarily that they're easy disciplines, but it's that my life is easier because I do them. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump in. I like to think of life as a big giant breath. It's like one big giant exhale. You're born, and then you exhale, and then you pass, and then it's like an inhale. And so each day we've got different cycles. We've got the exhale and the inhale. And even each hour and each moment, we've got a proverbial exhale and inhale. And I like to start my day with that inhale, with the inward practice. They call it pratyahara in the Vedic traditions. Pratyahara is basically just the art of going in. So here's what I do. I set up for meditation. This is where I sit, and I put two cushions right here. I put a blanket on top of me, and I cocoon. I cocoon for like, I don't know, 15 minutes. If I've got a free day and I don't have anything on my agenda, I'll sit here and cocoon for an hour in the morning. Meditation for an hour in the morning is like a dessert for me. I like to dip into that first thing in the morning. I also like to pray. I'm basically having a conversation with the Creator. So that's how I get down. I like to settle my brain into a nice warm bath first thing in the morning. And I like to tell my brain, hey, shh, it's gonna be okay, baby girl. Now we've got to go do more pratyahara in my bat cave. Let's do it. Welcome to my bat cave. Okay, so here's the second part of pratyahara. There's output and input. And for me, it's really important in the morning time that I do output first instead of taking things in. Output meaning get whatever it is in your mind out onto paper. Output before input. Just like there's fasting, just like we can't be eating all the time, we can't be taking things in all the time. And I think first thing in the morning to get your mind clear is really a nice practice. The next discipline I wanted to talk about is reading, study time. And that means having little flags and things like this and highlighting. And also what I like to do is as I'm reading, I'm taking notes. So I finish journaling, then I study for about 10-15 minutes. If I have more time, I might spend some more time. The book I'm reading right now is Principles by Ray Dalio. I'm also reading a couple other books, but those are just more for passive reading. And now it's time to go outside. We're gonna take Samson for a little walk. We're gonna get some fresh air. We're gonna get some steps. Let's do it. So what exactly is a mindful walk? What differentiates a mindful walk from a walk where you got your headphones in? Basically, when you're in a mindful walk, you're actually living, you're actually alive, you're actually there for the walk. You're actually experiencing the walk. So you just pay attention to how you're feeling, what's going on in your atmosphere. What are you noticing that you didn't notice before? Mindfulness is the process of coming to each moment as a fresh new moment. And you're coming to each moment as if it's a fresh new moment, because it is a fresh new moment. Every moment's a brand new moment. So you're completely free of the past. You're completely free of the problems that your mind would have you believe that are very real, but they're not. Your mind has a story of who you are. Your mind has a story of what it wants you to believe and how it wants you to act and what it wants you to do during the day. But you don't have to listen to that. So
take your headphones out sometimes as a discipline and just really be present for the walk that you're on. I've got multiple trails near my house. I also happen to have a garden center right behind my house. So this is kind of part of my daily walk, is going to this garden center that's got a butterfly sanctuary in it. Does that feel awesome or what? A lot of people wait until they take a vacation or they spend thousands of dollars on a plane ticket to go to some beach to finally relax. But you can take some time every morning to just chill on a walk. Bring your dog, leave your phone at home, unless you're filming a vlog, and then just be in each step. Okay, the walk is done. Now we have to pull some work threads. So let's go ahead and get into the office, and I'm gonna show you what we're working on today. So I write out my day the night before, and then I look it over the day of. Right now, I'm in such a busy part. Like, my life has never been busier. It's never been quieter. My life is so quiet. It's so peaceful, but it's never been busier. This is the busiest I've ever been in my life. In October of last year, I started the School of Transformation. I opened the doors to the School of Transformation, but I've been building this thing for like a year before I opened the doors. The discipline that I'm offering you right now is to anchor into your focus on what you want for your life, on what you need to do for you. So God's will, the will of the divine, the will of the spirit moves through me and tells me what I need to do based on what I need to do. Like, I can feel I need to do this community that I'm doing. I can feel I need to, there's certain things in my life that I really am called to do. And if I don't honor that by planning through my day, then the world kind of takes over and is like, cool, you don't got any plans? We've got plans for you. Do you want to return a bunch of Amazon bullshit? Do you want to spend 45 minutes of your life going to UPS and returning the stupid thing you bought last night? So today I'm filming a free life makeover class. Everybody thinks they've got a million different problems. I'm giving you the thesis of my free class. Everybody thinks they've got a million different problems. They think they have a weight problem or a financial problem or a relationship problem or a health problem. I've had all those things, and I promise you, this is why I can do a life makeover class, because I've been through it. I've been through the ringer. I've talked about it on this channel. All those things seem like different problems, but they're not. They're all the same. All of them are the same problem, and all of them need the same solution. So I'm gonna show you one of the steps that I find very important, and it's kind of apropos with what we're talking about now. Number 4, you have to connect with yourself. And when I'm talking about yourself, I'm talking about not your small self that keeps you stuck. I love that image. I'm talking about your higher self, your soul. And the primary goal of the soul is to live life fully. The primary goal of the small self is safety and comfort. We got some initial work done. We got some clarity on what we're gonna be doing. Now we're gonna eat some breakfast and we're gonna get sweating. We're gonna get moving. Okay, let's eat. This is a mix, some vegetable medley that I put in the food processor, and I kind of pulse it. And I do that in big batches at the beginning of the week. And then I add I eat my sardines separate, and then I do add a little bit of canned salmon in here to up the protein a little. I also have some coconut aminos here. So discipline number, who knows? I don't know what number we're on. I make most of my own food. I make 95% of what I eat. I make it myself. I don't like to go out and wait in line at Starbucks or some nonsense. I don't like going out to eat. It's a waste of time for me. I don't enjoy the food quality. I just feel so much better and healthier when I'm making most of my own food, especially in the morning. I've dated people in the past who want to go out to breakfast, and I'm like, why? Why do I want to get my ass in a car, go drive in traffic, go sit somewhere and pay $14 for some lame scrambled eggs? You know what I'm saying? I like to eat my own food. I sound like a grandma on a stoop, but I like to make my own food and eat the food that I make. So that's kind of a discipline that I've definitely turned more towards. I wasn't always like this. I used to go out, get stuff, go out to eat. And going out to eat's fine like once in a while, but it's not like I would never stop what I'm doing in my morning as a part of my routine and go out to get breakfast. It's just not up my alley. Not for me.
Okay, workout's finished. I didn't get a lot of footage in there. I'm gonna be honest with you, the gym manager, he's kind of a zealot about filming. They don't like filming in the gym. So enjoy the 3 B-rolls I put in there for you. So now we're headed home and we're gonna do some work. We're gonna do some meaningful work.
Tell me you were born in 86 without telling me you were born in 86. We're gonna talk about that for a second. This is my torso, okay? This is it. This is what we're working with. I've got like 1.5 inches of torso. This is it. If I wear a high-waisted jean, I don't have a torso anymore. All the short-waisted girls know what I'm talking about. The past 6 years, this high-waisted jean trend has been a nightmare for me. I can't. If I'm wearing high-rise, I no longer have a torso. You see? Torso's short torso girls, we need the low rise. Give me the lowest rise you've got. I can't find a low rise pair of jeans to save my life. I'm on my last couple pair. Give me the 7.5 inch rise. Give me the lowest rise you have, please, so that I actually have a torso. You feel me?
I didn't always used to get dressed, but man, oh man, do I feel so much better when I do, you know? It doesn't even matter if it's super dressy or not. Sometimes I would hang out in my workout clothes way too long, but now it's a discipline for me to get dressed up the way that makes me feel good. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna do some work. And what we're doing is, I'm gonna give you some inside baseball here. What we're doing is, we're gonna film that free life makeover class I mentioned earlier. Yesterday I did this whole thing. I thought I had it finished yesterday. I thought I had it in the can. I was like, cool, done. And then I go to play it back and it was terrible. And I used StreamYard. That's a service that I used and it was laggy as hell. So now we're gonna go back and try for round 2. Fingers crossed that it works. Fingers crossed that it's not laggy this time. I'm not live streaming this. This is just recording on StreamYard. So fingers crossed, let's try it. We've got my camera hooked up to my computer. And so it looks a little something like that. And what's gonna happen is I'm going to present slides. Hey, and welcome to the Life Makeover class. I'm so excited that you're here. You're about to get a huge life makeover. Swish, baby, swish. It worked. StreamYard worked just fine. The audio synced up with the video and it wasn't a disaster like it was yesterday. So relieved. So this is gonna be up on my website, the Life Makeover class, free Life Makeover class. It's awesome, it's epic, and that's gonna be up on brendaturner.com above the fold. Now what we gotta do is, this is where discipline comes in. I gotta do a landing page. I gotta do a landing page for that life makeover class. So this is what the old website used to look like. It used to look like this. Not bad, it's a respectable looking website. The problem is that nobody cares about all of this stuff up here. Nobody cares. Everybody scrolls right past that stuff. So what I got in my head was, you know what? I'm gonna totally change up the game and I'm gonna make it really simple and I'm going to make it just, boom, here's something awesome. The Life Makeover class. Here it is, Life Makeover class, free. Take it. But the problem with this one is on mobile, again, this is inside baseball. I don't know how interesting this is for you. On mobile, it doesn't look all that great. So we have to fix it on mobile and we now have to get the landing page, you know, in line. We got to get a landing page for that free life makeover. So I'm not going to get to finish that landing page tonight. By the time you see this, it'll be done. So click the link below. But just going on disciplines. One of my disciplines is I get to bed on time. And on time for me is a normal decent hour, and that's sometime before 10:30. If I get to bed past 10:30, my whole next day, it's like a big train wreck. In the olden days of YouTube, when I started on YouTube, I would have been up till 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. You know, I'm not afraid of hard work. And there's a part of me right now, a really big part of me that wants to stay up until all of the work is done. But what I learned last time is there's never an end to it. So the last thing I do is I've got something called a prayer box. Hold on, let me get it for you. At the end of the day, I put little prayers in there. If somebody tells me something they're worried about, if somebody
from my community has a problem, if somebody in my family is dealing with something, if I'm dealing with something, if I want to just say something to God, I can say it directly. Like, I love talking to God, but there's also something really nice about writing something pen to paper. I write a little prayer and then I put it in my prayer box and I consider it done. If you got worries, if you got something you're worried about, there's a higher power that's taking care of you. And when you actually write it out on paper, get it out of your mind, put it on paper, put it in your prayer box, and consider it done, that is not so much for God to hear it. It's more for you to hear it. But it's a really nice practice. It's like good mental hygiene. I'm gonna get ready for bed. I'm gonna do a nighttime routine. That's gonna be for another vlog. That's gonna be for a different vlog for a different time. I'm gonna save some in the tank. I got a whole bunch of stuff that I'll share with you in future vlogs. I hope you have a beautiful day. May you be peaceful. May you be free. May you feel the love of God in your heart. Amen, and so it is.
If you liked this video all about discipline, you're gonna love this other video that's talking about something body, mind, spirit related. I'm not quite sure which one I'm gonna put over there. But don't leave my channel. What's wrong with you? This is where you want to be. This is the clear blue ocean. Stay put. This is where the clear blue water is. The air is nice and fresh up here. Stay with me.